And this was only 8 days ago. They played at the Blast TV Paris Major RMRs, right? That's what we're all talking about at the moment here, and it was a Mirage, a nuke, and overpass. Well, today we've got a nuke, Mirage, and an overpass, a slightly different order, but similar looking results. Let's see if we continue down that fashion as we have the in-game leaders on the screen. Tatsan on one side, Apex on the other, and an orange map for you all to sink your delight into right here, right now. This one is an opportunity to, I guess, write the record for Vitality, because there's conversations about these guys once they make it to the playoffs. If they can deal with an embattled big, because that's what we're looking at here, and a Cloud9 are in a similar boat coming up in the semifinals for either of these two teams off of a victory here today, that'd be great for that confidence that we keep talking about. Confidence is key in life and Counter-Strike. And a boost on the box in B for Dupree. Those Julies, well, actually, not if. Look at the radar. They should get a real opportunity to unload here. Just Tabson watching for a mid-push. The other four congregated together. There is a molly, a smoke, and two flashes.
They're all looking for an opportunity to unload.
This isn't going to be the B play. I apologize. I was wrong.
I'll get over it.
Tabson has all these nades here. There's a lot he could do from top mid, but they're just combing through as a unit here.
Yeah, well, there's Spinks with the first bullet out of his USP. Does ward off the crawl from underpass. They love this. You park a player there and come back to it later. Molly will force him forward. Spinks gets spotted. Faven's done well not to flip off the ledge completely. Flash turned and frag found. Big one. Tabson using his nade to set up Faven for the opening. Keto, he's a very sharp tool in the big clan shed. But now Tabson with an L on his forehead. Matches. Good for it. Krimbo does find the woo.
Oh!
Keto won the P250. Dispatches of a double. And puts Dupree into dire straits. Yeah, he's just going to try and preserve what he can. He already got the upgrade given over to him, as well as that Kevlar, that Raid Boss setup. But this time, Big will take it.
If it was the B finish, it would have been perfect.
It would have.
Just not the case at all. So I think they were ready for some B aggression. They didn't find any of that, and they went looking elsewhere. So well handled, and the key fight was in window, right? That situation with the deep jungle molly, it meant that Spinks had a few options. He could either go through the hidey hole and completely relinquish control of window, or try and fight, and that flash through was perfect for Faven to find the opener. So one and done for Faven, but very impactful there. And that's big, winning a pistol, which we know has been a strength of theirs. That was a conversation at the desk to start the day. It was saying we carried into the confusing bout that was Nuke. You saw the force by wars ensue for both teams. Now let's see if that conversation continues here as we bring our way into round number 2. Dupree will be able to get a Famas with the Kevlar. So he's going to be fine in terms of a rifle here. And
look at that.
The second was a beaut. That was actually pretty tidy from Dupree as well, who had a very, very good map number 1.
Now, I'm as an impartial caster, but also someone who watched the first map, Big Clan would really do with a clean conversion.
They'd bite off your arm right here, wouldn't they?
They really would. I mean, just finding something consistent to start off. You've got yourself a pistol.
But look at this execute, right? They have enough smokes, enough mollies, flashes to make this very clean. Now, what's the conversation looking like right here? They're still trying to dot everything together. That's the CT smoke.
There's lots in the sky. Taps him with the third component. Flashes for his squad. Faven trying to be the spearhead to break through this defense. It's ZywOo. Wants to jump over the scout. And that one way, he could be vulnerable and susceptible to that Palace player, but yet to arrive. It's Tabson straight through the smoke onto Spinks. And a dreamy plant, thanks to Krimbo.
And it might actually be enough unless ZywOo finds a frag here. If he doesn't get anything, they should just go for the full save round here, Vitality. A 4-on-5 man disadvantage retake of the A site with the bomb already planted. No thank you, they don't want to borrow that. And Tabson's 1 kill onto Spinks will be more than enough. And it even looks like the in-game leader wants to start to hunt here. So as he finds no resistance, he's actually going to urge him further forward. And no head armor, he might have the perfect weapon for the job.
See it. Nice shot. Combined with Dupree's head shot in unison. This counts to the Tabson hunt. Now that was just the MAC-10. Apex is looking to retrieve it off the back of that smoke. It does so. So something to be celebrated, but that's the Big Clan conversion. Now, knowing that if their opponents preserved their investment, the expectation is you've got to do that again.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult one more time. So do you want to go for the same type of an execute, or do you want to mix things up in classic Lexi B fashion, going A and then going B? But that is the first pistol and conversion we have had in this series so far. So that feels good. Feels good for Counter-Strike fans out there. And apparently Big, they really like the way that one looks. So why not try it again?
I mean, yeah, in 2023 and still calling executes off a spawn.
It looks like it might be slightly different here. And a nice defensive palace smoke will put a pause on this for roughly 20 seconds time.
And my eyes immediately dart to the other side of the map in terms of how much info can they find during that palace duration of that smoke. You know, right now they're jigging the setup on B, but no one's gone looking. Not even Spinks glancing middle. They're flying blind, chat.
Dupree's just got a palace re-smoke here, so you saw that, and I broke you through that just the other day as well. So something which is a great way to fortify A when the ruse is actually all on B, but there's the piece again. And it does look like a similar execute.
ZywOo again going to be having difficulty with the big clan. Util, very effective. Their float paths into the site have facilitated a clean entrance.
May as well fight this time though.
Whoa, ZywOo, if only he knew. Upon the fade, does catch hyped, and another shot doesn't quite connect. 2 CT, Favored needs it, does deliver. tabseN to convert. And now the bomb is ticking. That recovered Mac 10 from Apex. Let's see if it has anything to do. No, tabseN's here, and 3 to the good. Lovely work from German's hero.
Okay. That was a tiny one there to finish it off, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's a figurehead of the German Counter-Strike scene. He's been doing it a long time, and it's been stubborn in his representation. You know, I'm sure there's been multiple offers in the inbox over the years.
He likes it here. That's what we've heard from the big camp time and time again. tabseN ain't going anywhere. He's a franchise player, and he wants to do it for his country. Let's see if they can do it here on Mirage, because we do get into the gun rounds and AWP not available for Vitality, but not the same to be said for Big. Hyped into his big green, but what will the conditioning look like early? A cat smoke lands, a nade towards connector deep, and avoiding a lot of that damage is Spinks, just standing stoic in mid, looking for that front-facing fight.
Flash up. Spinks turns it well and ready for perfect counter flashes. Krimbo actually with the team flash. They were fully blind on that. Oh, a round just disintegrates before them. An unforced error leads to a very comfortable multi-kill.
And they were happy to keep their attention turned to mid. You can see on the radar just before it fades that little blue smoke at underpass. So they could glue a lot of their eyes towards top mid. And there it is, the final frag. All 5 staying alive, and an AWP secured for the CT side.
Oh yeah, an ugly one for Big.
They do have enough to constitute another buy here. There will be some omissions for a few of the members, but most of them should have some decent goodies. And you can see this, right? One player can, there's actually 3 of them just standing, stretching their legs in middle. So very, very easy stuff. Oh, and the nice from Zonic. That one even got picked up from the mics, didn't it? Window smoke once more, this time a little bit more pace in the biff, and oh, Magis didn't throw the smoke.
Doesn't need to when there's so many bodies in mid to fight, and down goes Keto. Ready to disrupt. It seems like Vitality's intentions early are to stop this mid control from being flawlessly executed, and good grief, they're limited in their resources.
Self-flash here from Magis, hasn't actually swung back out on it. He's worried about the underpass crawl, but does need help to get out of here, and well, Krimbo takes down ZywOo in the interim, but Magis is one out middle for now. Oh, for now, it's over.
Yeah, this is a recovery. The hands of tabseN. Just going through the motions. Bomb was top mid.
Look how much room Apex has as well. If he continues to push here, it might be a little bit too soon within the round. There's still a minute on the clock, and he's already looking for more fights here.
Yeah, it does seem like he's overcooking it a little. With Hype posted up top mid, you can see that that would have been a very dead Explorer.
And this is good now with the reposition back towards B, because he has it completely locked down. He could contain or keep pushing, right? At this point, considering how far we've seen Apex already go, it wouldn't surprise me to see him on a fact-finding mission. So B is completely secure for now, right? If they do make their way up short, there'll be a few more problems, but you can see how A is being fortified. Dupree under the balcony, Spinks over towards CT spawn. They're hedging for this A finish.
Yeah, it seems like they're hedging their bets correctly.
Oh, they're starting to down themselves, aren't they? They're very worried about window and short here. Dupree under pressure now.
He'd love one, and he's found it. tabseN gone, Hype to trade. It does rack it up, takes the Dane down.
Bomb should get planted here.
Should. Spinks Info and damage. Krimbo does defend. Nice find. Oh, and another round of Krimbo. Despite the low HP for the triple, that puts Big right back to their winning ways. That one blemish on the radar, a little less of a red face as they immediately convert back.
And one of those kills was a scorch over Deagle onto ZywOo here. Here it is. This is the one I was talking about. Bang! ZywOo caught out of position there. So yeah, that's not traditional to see ZywOo ever have a reaction.
No, it's
and
really
especially one of disappointment. So
he's sitting next to Apex for too long.
it's starting to leech on in. But we actually spoke to ZywOo about here he is again. Okay, this time, doesn't want to get caught off guard. Will be the one catching Faven exactly in that fashion. You can see the difference in the setup anyway. Apex is the window player with the AWP. Last round they played him at Ticket and they played Magisk mid, who's normally the A anchor. So back to normality.
That nade's got Apex's name written all over it. Krimbo will chunk him. ZywOo's on the watch for the cross. They've got 3 on this B side by virtue of Krimbo's single nade and by demonstrating his presence. It's got the CT's Feckles up on B.
I do like this though. It means that Apex and Dupree will go for a short walk. Right?
Okay.
They'll probably boost up on the box and get some mid-info on Crossfire. There you go. You can see it right now with Spinks and Connector. So they understand what's weak, but they also understand what's strong. And Dupree, from a strong position, will take down tabseN and leave them in a 3-on-5 situation.
No fun to be had here. Oh, and another less fun smoke.
Missed Connector smoke. Well, we saw them go for a lot of saves on Nuke.
We did.
It wouldn't surprise me to see them go for another save here. And that could be what's starting to unfold. 30 seconds left on the clock, going to start to pivot back. And this fight for mid is probably a conversation we need to have now. So there's been 2 rounds. Actually, there's been 3 rounds. There's been 3 consecutive rounds with different forays in middle. Right? The first was where we saw ZywOo and Spinks on the offensive taking fights, and they won that out, won the round. The next, they conceded a bit more mid-space. Magisk was out there. It was a back and forth, and then the mid-round was won out by Big. And then this time round, well, they send ZywOo's ult forward, finds an opener. Dupree grabs one on a little mid-reaggress move on the boost, and that's it. So it looks like mid is a key piece of real estate right now.
Yeah.
The question is, if you're Big, do you want to try and isolate the A defender and do something a bit more explosive or execute heavy if they're going to continue to send so many bodies middle? Right. This is where the mind games of what comes next, because you can't be strong everywhere on the CT side. You're having to hedge your bets in some of these rounds.
Really nice adjustment as well from Vitality. Didn't really cost them too much, and nice finds to start off their second round, now converted.
This is aggressive.
What the hell is Hyped up to? Very aggressive. ZywOo didn't spot him either. He's already through. tabseN onto Dupree, leaves mid as open. Yeah, this is madness. I like it. I love it. But what can he get out of it? Hyped. Oh, Magisk wins it. An AWP tag into an M4 find, and Krimbo, nice, onto ZywOo.
Well, they're into A. They know that's the A defender dead. Oh, sorry, well, not dead. At least preoccupied. Over towards window. ZywOo filling the shoes for now, and tabseN's in a key position.
So CT smoke is there, but Spinks is fast on this flank. It's going to get really awkward because Krimbo's taking his sweet time with that bomb. They're like, it's a bit suspiciously quiet. Now, he does go for a safe plant. Palace will be occupied by Spinks, and they're going to overlook this. I say that with conviction. It seems he's just got the perfect speed, rotation, and Krimbo's a dead man here. Nice find onto Keto.
Still hasn't seen the site player.
Yeah, that gives him a little bit of something to work with. At least Krimbo now aware, but tabseN's down on the mantle. Apex patient.
This would be some clutch.
He's got him in him. Not after the first miss, though. Surely the second condemns him to death. And so just a single round will be separating them as that defuse comes through.
That was crazy, though. Hype just hightailing it up middle, seaming up the catwalk, through the vent room, breaks the vent, into window, just to die.
Yeah, it was tough, actually, considering.
Look how far up he is.
And that's the fight. Oh,
I bet he couldn't believe how much room he had.
Just through the corner. Wasn't even a leg shot, just covered by the floor, and a double. The double thumbs up from Zonic.
Yeah, he's been watching some Graham Pitt demos right there.
Very happy with that one. Good to see the fans have arrived and brought their typical party.
I just don't know the pace on why Hype was... I don't know. Oh, Apex is dancing along. He's having a good time, having some fun with it.
I'm very impressed by the tambourines. That's a new addition. We've got like kind of a backing track to our Counter-Strike.
I'm not very musical. I can't really offer any terminology
No,
here.
nor I.
But there's a rhythm. There it is. Hey, together.
Feel the rhythm.
Hey.
Feel the rhyme. It's Counter-Strike time.
All right, well, just a quick little tech issue. One of the players having a problem with their mouse. And that's a big deal. That's kind of a big deal. So it's been fixed.
Well, I loved the pace out of that one from Big, but they didn't manage to convert too much. It's left them with just a couple of Desert Eagles. Make it a handful.
These are some of... They're the most deflating rounds, but also some of the most exciting if you can pull off a nice Deagle headshot. And I know that feels like Captain Obvious, but I remember when I would call rounds like this, you're just allowing your players to search.
Yeah, and then typically, what I was about to say was Keto's got a mean Deagle, but he's been cut down to size by Spinks. A 5 HP will humble him.
Yeah, there's normally not too much rhythm or rhyme in a round like this, and that's where somebody like Keto that you're highlighting, if he gets like an instinct for a good fight or is feeling confident for a good, he can manifest that. It's hard to put too much explanation behind it, other than you feel a lot of the pressure around like this gets taken off because you only have a Deagle. You don't have armor. Oh, there you go. There it is. Exactly what we're talking about. A big one.
Yeah, Dupree caught the drop out of Krimbo, and a perfect headshot. Go on. Delivers for the boys. ZywOo's kept a lid on it, though. The bomb needs to go up short. It's back traded. Tabson onto Spinks. Hyped on a Glock. Not ideal. An M4, however, that will make Tabson's job a little easier. And Magisk Overwatch here misses his first opportunity. Now Tabson perhaps has an opportunity to set Hyped up.
Good flash.
Turn. Glock.
Not a good flash.
Not relevant. So a 1 versus 2 established for Tabson. 20 seconds and Magisk's not interested. Not allowing him to have any time to work that one out. The double for ZywOo and Magisk. And we are going to be seeing a brief tech.
I'm going to say that was a bad flash. I said good flash. I want to take it back. It was a bad flash.
Would you have liked it to have been a little
I would like, if it flashed him, it would have been a good flash.
I see.
That's the difference between a good and bad flash.
Aha.
Yeah.
We get to sit in that beautiful realm of hindsight. Analysis.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, wow. Now I know the secret, Chad. I'll start doing that too.
Hindsight Harold.
Hang on, we're going to watch it in the replay, maybe. Yeah, wasn't a good flash.
This is a package.
A package.
A package of some of the highlights of Tabson.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, it was actually very threatening Deagle round after all of that. Comes down to that 2-on-2, but yeah, it seems like Vitality have managed to keep their grip, a firm grip on this run. That's 3 now for them on the CT side.
Can you play the drums?
I've been known to tickle the toms.
To dabble?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've got a musical group. Maybe I could add you to a WhatsApp group. Maybe you could...
yeah, man, actually, you know...
Maybe on the guitar.
Join the Bohemian Grove of Malta.
Yeah. What a time to be alive. It's just experiencing some slight little technical doohickeys. Next to us, on either side, we are bookended right now by some Brazilians on the mic. We got Goles and Co. on one side. We've got the in-house commentary on the other. I don't know why they put us in the middle.
Stuck in the middle with you.
But I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, and it looks like the tech issue's been resolved. I think someone's mouse was just a little oily.
It does happen. You got to give it a blow.
That's what I've been telling them.
You see it still to this day. It's like a Nintendo 64 cartridge.
Yeah, you just have to blow on it to start to play.
Yeah, precisely. And play will resume here. Orbs out for both sides. And remember, mid has been, well, quite a contentious point here. Tabson is going to use this new wave. It isn't... Oh, all right. Hyped with a big one. Can he find the second? Magic's up close and personal.
You could see he was considering the aggression, but you're going to be happy with a nice opening, a flat opening, a confirmed opening.
They like to do this, right? They like to park Tabson out towards top mid, and they did so with those 2 smokes. So the one that lands on the mid ramp as well as Cat, and it gives Tabson a one-way to look over to fight window. But he has the space he's looking for. Favored now under window position. Together, the two of them get to react off the information that comes their way. And with the number advantage, you are expecting a CT reaggress. So as they look out mid, they see nobody's home, but they have to step a little bit further, and they step into tabs, and it goes down. A great trade back.
Yeah, lovely work.
Desperate.
Still too much for Faven to handle, and look at this. Knife out from Krimbo. Overlooked as Apex will put the barrel in his back.
That was the right reaction from Krimbo, understanding 3 players were mid. But yeah, just
Gross.
Wonky smoke there.
Yeah, I mean, he can hold it. He can hope that Dupree overcooks it, but seems set for success, and he's worried about his corner clear. Yeah, this just feels like impending doom for the man behind the opening for Big Clan.
Oh!
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go down there.
He'll have to save it. If he can bring it through to the next, it would be celebrated.
It would have been very sour for poor Hype. It's so crazy to see where Keto's saving as well. Just out in window room.
Yeah.
Having a time of his life. All right, well, around decent damage. All right, a couple of kills. Like that is important. Maybe not right now, but if they're able to win the next and win the round after that, that will have ramifications here. We know just how important the economy is. So Vitality will take the lead here. Now waiting in the wings in this side of the bracket here of the playoffs of IEM Rio for 2023 is Cloud9. I'm sure they're looking on eagerly to see who their opponent is going to be. On the other side, later today, we have the main event, Heroic taking on Furia. Looking to set the record straight from the Rio Major last year. And then Na'Vi.
Oh, we're going back to what worked, Chad.
The A piece. Now, this was on anti-ecos. This is going to be a little bit more difficult to pull off now, especially with Magisk and ZywOo on the site, with Spinks not too far away.
Flashes make it clear. T-Smoke to try and get away from that AWP. ZywOo posturing forward. And it's already Magisk good for the first. Manages the spray into the second of Tabson. And this is the duel. That's the frag. A big one posted by Krimbo. That should facilitate a plant, I say, as that CT smoke looks to be fading.
They're going to play the mid round now. They can't react. They have to sit and wait and see what comes their way, because Hype has the bomb. He can't really plant this. His AWP is way too valuable right now to be spent punching in those digits.
Oof.
The thing is, the longer they wait, the more that could be considered on a rotation back around the world. Actually, scratch that. This is going to signify exactly where the round will end.
Yeah, we've got Krimbo window. Oh. And we've got Hyped in the feed. Dupree down. Worried about Palace, understandably. There's a bit of a blank spot in there. Info, Hyped. Oh, he's not aware of the stairs. He's going to go down. Apex catches it, but now they're flanked. ZywOo not ready for this. Krimbo practicing some patience, wrapping around. Apex is on the defuse! On the defuse! Krimbo saves Big Clan cleanly. That's a quad kill in the round. He got him in, and he gets him out.
Well, just go A, right? Just execute A. You highlighted it here. It's where they found success early against the anti-ecos. This, for them, was something that resembled a very low buy. The AWP, the AK in play. Tech9 just scampering across, and Krimbo here again gets 2 kills. The second on the Spinks is huge, and all the space that he's able to garner off of that is massive. The flank, it's 4 in total for Krimbo here. What a round from this young gun. Definitely making more than a name for himself here today. And I spoke about those financial ramifications from Keto getting a couple of exit kills while saving, or save kills, however you want to frame them. It already has ramifications here, immediately into the next round of play. Sure, there's an AWP out, but they're scratching the bottom of the barrel right now, Vitality.
Yikes, yeah. Their belt loops are fixed to just a single piece of utility for the majority. Apex finds a HE on the ground. We're getting right back into this round. It's round 11. See the sacrifice on Apex, dropping a rifle for someone else. Despite it working, even in the previous, they have looked at a different sheet of their strat book for our 11th. See this jiggle smoke defense from Spinks.
They're all in mid right now.
Now would be perfect, and he knows. Krimbo, however, mantles up and catches Magisk above the smoke. Nice fight, bigger from Faven.
One more.
He might be overlooked. Dupree, yeah, not going to be. Oh, Dav does find the one. Just as the flash pops, he finds the lethality. Apex a double. Beautiful. There's two bodies drop in unison, the Deagle, the nade, and now ZywOo looking to clutch up, cut down to half. Faven versus the Woo, and he's coming for you. Gets the AK for the finish. May not expect this. Faven thinking he's up against the AWP. ZywOo trying to catch the timing on the cross back. He's got a good read of this. A beautiful read of this. ZywOo, he closes with style. It looks so damn good. And just by the plant position, he has all the information he needs, and Faven just caught and brought to his knees.
It looked like he tracked him down there, didn't it?
Right.
But you're bang on, right? It's so telling. As soon as you see where the bomb is planted, there's only one place that he possibly could have gotten off to, considering that time without the sound cues. That is a massive shot on Taquito.
Headshot.
And this is it. Just Faven trying to find a safe haven. And back we go.
It's so smart. Mathieu Herbeau. ZywOo top of the tables alongside the Danes. Dupree.
I love the tussle we're getting here, right? Like, neither team is really giving up in too many of these rounds. There have been some nice clutch moments, some good individual moments, and again, another round where there are missions on either side. It's been a fun game of Counter-Strike so far. Nuke set us up for exactly this. It was just, they had so much confidence through those connector smokes to take the fight early. There were the smokes I highlighted earlier that tabseN was using and abusing. Make it look the same, but finish different. Oh.
Yeah, hold on. Hold your horses, because Apex has already made Keito's life misery and more. As misery loves company, the bodies hit the floor. 3, make it 4. Oh, dear. Big. Sent back to spawn post-haste.
All right. Well, that's Vitality setting them up for the half win right now.
And I wanted to ask you, Chad, in terms of the head-to-head, last time they played on this Mirage, what was the kind of T-haul we saw? Was there any sort of, deviation from the norm?
Well, this is the first map of the series last time round. Big starting on that T side, and they managed 9 on their T campaign. And Vitality, they started very late. This time round, there's been a lot more back and forth action in the mid game.
Oh!
Jeez, Krimbo is sitting on an absolute heater. Like, some of the shots he's hitting, some of the plays he's making have really been paying dividends for Big here.
And
remember the Tech 9 round they had with the saved AWP and AK, they were able to turn around because of Krimbo. So let's see how much they can get off of his opening pick. And you're right, Spinks is a big scalp to find here.
I feel like a... Oh! Okay! Keito follows suit. A great Deagle headshot. Gives him the sight, gives him the plant. Maybe more than that.
Vitality are going to be kicking themselves if they give over a round like this. It'll be 2 rounds against these lower buys. And they might just have to consider the save. They're going to go fishing at least. You can see Apex putting his rod in the water.
Oh, man, they're going.
Flash.
Keito going to be tested. He's nice and wide. tabseN builds upon it. One more headshot to seal it. A nice rifle for them to retrieve as well. And go and look in just at the right time. ZywOo bodyguards Dupree's exit. They want to punish! And the punishment is down and done. Trying to escape with the AWP. Dupree trying to hold on to it for his boy. And down it goes as well. That'll feel a whole lot better for Big now.
Oh, dear. These German Deagles looking mega geil right now. This is just like the amount of Deagle kills they've had. And like, sure, remember the one on the B-bomb site?
Yep.
Smashed up a couple of domes. That was Krimbo again. So looking hot on the Deags. These hand cannons unleashing some fury. But around that felt harmless, didn't it? Krimbo gets that kill. He goes down, but the Magic's caught in a time and looking like a tit on ticket. tabseN making sure they can't hold on to anything. What are you meant to do about that one?
Cracking Deagles, Gromit. That is lovely.
Oh, shell shock now as well.
ZywOo's ears are ringing. Involuntary tinnitus handed his way through the HE stack. He's down to 33 from just the nades. Jump spotting his Apex. It does look like the whole squad on his way, or on the way to him. Trying to time the HE. That could be a lot of damage. Doesn't want to give up the site willy-nilly.
Nice nade.
That'll do nicely. Molly missed. ZywOo fragging. Faven. Victim. Keito into the site, onto Apex for the first. Needs to clear out the Woo. All that damage, it could be for naught. One bullet would do it, but Hype can't find it. Every shot connecting, and tabseN should be a dead man. He's hanging on by just a thread as tabseN trying to get that bomb in. Needs Krimbo to cover. They're coming in from every avenue here. short down. That's huge from Krimbo.
But not ready for Spinks, surely.
Yeah, no, but Tabson's looking. He doesn't have the health for this. Maybe. Oh, the headshot converts. And Tabson pulling his squad into a 7th.
Oh, the plug pulled immediately from Dupree here as well. That was so hard fought for on the B bomb site. What a round. Big, you think about, look, I don't want to say they're miracle rounds, but how hard are they fighting for some of these? That Tabson frag ready for the flank. Damn.
Mega geil.
This is definitely some counter here that Big can be proud of now. As we said, last time round they managed 9 on their T-Hall. This time it looks like it will only be... Tabson? Do you not want a gun?
He wants rounds, Chad.
I guess he wants the AK. He thinks the M4 is useless. Oh, he picked one up. Oh, it's all right, all right, all right.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of the comparison, considering the way this match has started, they would probably not be complaining for an 8th. And given the ramifications of that round loss, this has been 2 in a row from the T side, getting in and taking all of them out, bar that one CT rifle saved.
Oh, looks like Apex is having a few issues there on this timeout. So we'll see if a tech is called after this. But you could, yeah, he's saying he can't hear him. So we might see a tech called and then have another timeout coming through. So we'll wait and see what happens here. Yeah, they have called the tech. So we'll get this one sorted. But we can still give you the lay of the land going into round 15. Big will have all the advantages as far as the finances are concerned. Dupree with the saved M4 is the best weapon they will have to carry into this for the defensive vitality. The rest of them are going to be looking at likely to find themselves with maybe MP9's Deagles. And nah, Krimbo, he's having a good time.
He's a sweetheart.
Once they get this resolved here, likely to see the timeout resume. So Sonic does get his opportunity to have those 30 seconds of say. We saw Godby didn't have those same qualms just there during the camera shots. But this would be on par for the game if Vitality scrapped together around with a couple of upgraded pistols and all that nonsense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was actually par for the course considering what we've seen. And yeah, I'm just taking a look at the kind of scores on the doors as they currently stand. Keto at the bottom, very unlikely.
Krimbo's impact's been the biggest.
It has.
I feel that's undeniable in terms of some of the rounds that he's had a say in, openings or clutches. I think on the other side of the server, Magisk was doing a good job at A. In middle was a big conversation early in this first half, right? It was the back and forth of who was going to be able to take that control. And then Big just returned to those A plays, and that seems to be where they have found a lot of success. We'll be bringing up a bunch of highlights here for the game so far of Krimbo.
Yeah, and I think as well, what's made it easier...
with the Deagle.
This is the Deagle package. I love that.
Look, they're all with pistols.
You can see what Vitality are going to be reviewing.
Yeah.
It's brutal. Savage. Getting wrecked. Oh. Satisfying headshot is the Deag. But the motivating factor for Big, I mean, we've already discussed it, the desk has too, but I think the extra caveat is there is an invite to Cologne for the winner of this tournament. Now, I know that seems like a bit of a pipe dream considering the other teams.
Yes, that's true.
But in terms of motivating factors, you know, it's more than just let's bounce back, let's show what we're worth. It's we can go once again to the tournament in our home country.
Gob even referenced the next major for them being Cologne.
Yeah,
right. So
precisely.
just how much that means for the German team on home soil. He had that opportunity. You saw Legia, the coach, Godby playing Tabson when they were back. ZywOo was in the team, right? It was a different time, but it was one that I'm sure they'll never forget.
Forgot all about the ZywOo big clan art for a moment. Yep, that's a good point.
Next, Tizian, all the boys.
Yeah.
Good nade damage again. It wasn't enough for Vitality in the previous.
This is very aggressive. The fact that you've got 2 walking and Magisk still sticking on the site. So Faven, he could have a round-defining moment right here, right now. Another defined. He can't deliver. Spinks on the retreat, seems safe. Molly will force him away. Just about. Oh, could see the lick of the flame. Full blind. Look at how white his screen is. Still gets away with it. That smoke has bought him a chance to reposition. And so,
quick rotation, though, all the way back through spawn here. They want to punish over towards A as quick as they can. They have enough utility to execute here completely, right? We get the up-down smokes for stairs. smoke off between connector and jungle. You can get a CT smoke in play. And they've used this plenty of times before, but what will hold them back for now was a defensive smoke, but that only lasts for about 20 seconds here. ZywOo in the site with a deagle. Let's see if he can give us another nuke cosplay, can we?
Ooh, one more of those. I'm sure the Vitality fans biting through their nails for the win. 8. The magic number for the victor. 30 seconds as the smokes will hail in. Apex will be summoned to support ZywOo. They avoid the nade damage, but with 25 seconds left, you can't help but expect a little bit of disruption here from Apex. He's going to try and time it right. ZywOo fires off the shot. Apex to activate. 15. Cutting it down to the wire. Tabs in the one with the bomb, and now on the floor. Apex has done so much. That's enough. ZywOo's dig and finish it nicely, and Vitality take the lead on the half.
I hear him chat with the boys, man's so tough, but man's keep rapping. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pine, if you wanna touch man, please use passion. Stop that. I hear him chat with the boys, man's so tough, but man's keep rapping. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pine, if you wanna touch man, please use passion.
Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, wherever you're watching from. The Counter-Strike rages on, and it's been a battle between Vitality and Big Clan to start off our quarter-finals here. We have got 6 teams battling it out for the trophy and for the privilege and honor of continuing play here in Rio. Big have been frustrated, I'd say, certainly with that first map starting strong, falling flat in the end. We find ourselves in that second half of our second map, and Yeah, well, what's the weather forecast for a third, Chad?
I think we're looking pretty good. However, Big got away with a few more highway robberies in that first half than I think Vitality did, which could go one of two ways. You could say, well, Vitality getting caught sleeping, right? You should be a bit more prepared for these type of rounds. Or when the chips were down, Big were able to really make mincemeat of those Vitality boys. So, right, you can frame it from either side. Both can be correct, right? There's really no way to look at this, as we are just fixing one of those headset issues so the coach can make sure he can chip on in throughout this second half. However, I think this is the moment where Vitality stand up and be counted here in this second half of play, as we are ready to get things underway. This is the T side.
Ooh, and this is quite the pistol count for the CTs.
Well, how are they going to deploy their Julies? Looks like Hypes is going to be under dark.
It's 8 pistols versus 5, Chad. The maths.
Sheer numbers.
Just the maths. It adds up for a Big Clan pistol. Hyped. Looking to be set up for success as Rio waves them in with a double. Nice from Tabson. One tap and
crispy.
2 kills to the dome. Lovely. Perfect start. One back, long range on the Glock is Magisk, but damage has been inflicted.
See Magisk after the first map ended of Nuke, even though they won, he wasn't happy with his performance. You could see Zonic definitely had something to say to him. And he's showing a whole better face here on that of Mirage. 14 kills in total thus far.
Yeah, and I think for Magisk as well, like he did kind of shake it off when we were watching the tail end of that group stage. It looked like he'd come back in hot. I think my words were something along the lines of he's been grinding the deathmatch, because it was like a different player taking into that final game to secure this playoff spot.
That's right. They did start very slow against OG. We had the pleasure of bringing that best to one action, but we got to see the full evolution, right? We get to see them against FaZe Clan as well. That was a 2-0 drubbing, I do believe. As this should be a drubbing in itself. A flash and a go out Palace. It's a waterfall.
Let's go. Tito, 1. Tucked into dark as Hype ready to try and remedy. It's soft damage inflicted, and there they go. Tito farming up some extra cash with the SMGs.
All right. Well, this is where we do see if there's anything Vitality have to say here. The AKs will come out. And you were wanting to reflect on what this matchup had in store for us last time round. Well, only 4 rounds in total on the T side for Vitality, and that came late within the second half. It was a comeback that they had to put together. They were looking at a scoreline of 15-6 down. This time round it is a closer affair, as Apex with pace, straight up cat, straight into the open arms of Hype. So that is an opening kill given on over.
All right, in the words of Mr. McConaughey. Rotation through. Tabson trying to bail his teammate out, because here comes the Woo on that AK. Straight through. Krimbo, first victim. More. Oh, just like that. The site is open. And he's not done.
Save.
Have to. Staring at all of that smoke, and well, yeah, this one's already done.
Well, we have a fun anecdote for everybody playing at home. We have a piece of content I'm sure they'll be coming out with ZywOo very soon, but I don't think they'll have issues with us using it this way. We were talking to ZywOo and we asked him about AWPing and if he considered himself to be the best AWP in the world. He said, no, I think Simple and Shiro are both better than me with the AWP. But the discussion that then followed with Apex and ZywOo was that they think he's better on the rifles.
Oh, yeah.
Very proficient on the AK-47, and it's the classic story of I never wanted to be an AWPer. I'm just one of the best players to ever touch the game, so why not, I suppose.
Turns out that one of the best players to ever touch the game is good with the best gun.
Yeah. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, he can do that too.
It's like the game is more than just the weapon you have in your hands, it's the way you use it. Seems to be a recurring theme we're coming to here.
Certainly does.
Okay, well that is a good statement early. Again, early resistance from Vitality here is a positive sign for them taking this series 2-0.
Yeah, 9-9. Same thing God B's thinking.
Especially if they lose this round. It will be likely to see a big eco and double digits reached first by the international squad as a window smoke deployed, flashes through mid, and they're going to quickly take the fight.
Wow, 3 here. They want it really biff. They want a brawl. Spinks and Dupree tuck in. Oh, and he tucks 1 in tight. Keto sent for an early bedtime. Faven forcing the fight with a flame. Extinguished, save. Oh, and Spinks racks it up. Faven thought he had the advantage, but Spinks corrects him quickly. And Apex has mid-control with the boys. Manages to scoop up the bomb and support. rejigging the setup, you're going to just have Hype, Solo, B, and Krimbo to partner up with tabseN for the rest.
Yeah, so this is curious about how they want to end here. They can leave Dupree top middle. Apex is going to relinquish control of Underpass, and they're actually going to regroup over towards B right now. So Hyped, if he takes an offensive angle with the AWP, he might get the jump on them here. It's less likely they throw a flash before peeking this corner. They will offer somebody up, and that somebody will likely be Apex. Oh, he's dropped off.
Oh, yeah, and he's going to miss his window. Oh, he's missing his window! Still slaps Apex down. Burning down to 23, but still alive and hitting the no-scope. That's beautiful from Hyped. Plucks him out of the air. Could still go awry. This is a 2-on-2. High stakes. Krimbo into the side, spots another tabseN in the fight.
He's got out!
And that's the bomb carrier. Just before he rounds the corner, Dupree's been thrust into an awkward one. Needs to do some parkour to retrieve that bomb in time.
That's probably it. He's not even moving. There's 20 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, if he'd rounded the corner, I reckon he might have given her a good shake of the stick. And you can see...
Got to be frozen.
He's doing the Apex impression. He's doing the full Apex.
Yeah, he sees just how close that one got. So understanding with the man discrepancy there, huge stuff from Hyped. 3 kills for him in the round. And that's twice. Remember Main when he had the AWP and he got the second?
Right.
And it looked like it should have been a no-scope, but it shows how quick he gets back into the scope to get those kills. So great stuff from him here.
Just some clay pigeon shooting. 3 in total.
It looked horrible for him, didn't it?
And this is especially impressive considering that was a lot of responsibility. You know, a high-stakes game on the big stage, and they say you are responsible for B. And not only that, he finds 2 on the entrance into the site. They're giving it everything. They've got the full beans, and he just laughs at them.
I love how back and forth this has been and how many rounds shouldn't have... Oh, they double window smoke here.
What's going on? I mean, highly pacey, but changing their minds. They had 4, setting their sights on middle, but Hype confirms not much going on there.
Don't have control in the same way, but Big is still investigating this. And now they've actually established control. You can see how they're not scared. They understand there's a bit more of a ruse. So redeploying the window smoke will be Apex, but unless there's actually any pressure here, Hyped is still going to retain vision. Yeah, he's even going to say the fight. This kid is crazy. What was that about?
Oh, he's going to be a little miffed about that one.
Impact in one round, the blunder in the next.
Oh, that's a bad miss. Okay, mistiming utility still. tabseN confirmed presence. Oh dear, Faven dead. Okay, it's perfect from Vitality. Every individual hitting their shot. And Dupree will do one better. Gets himself the second. This is too easy.
They won the hard round, and now they're losing the easy rounds. What happened there? What the timing on that as well? It's like, whoa. Oh.
Yeah, especially, and the ramifications, Chad, could not be worse.
Oh. We were just praising it. Oh, the duality of an alpha, isn't it? What a shot from the big man himself as well. Krimbo trying to scamper and deleted. That one means an awful lot, doesn't it?
And for Vitality as well, you know, they kind of whiffed the smokes, mollied into their own smoke. You know, like they actually had a couple of oopsies themselves, but it's nothing in comparison. Pales in comparison. This is falling apart. So damn quick.
The 2 of them as well, just so ready for it. Understanding the Palace push that was communicated from Magis. They just walk out, they aim map the ramp. Now it's just Hyped in Krimbo. Oh, if that's the undoing, like, you're going to forget about the highlight round where he pulled them out of a number disadvantage in the previous. And he wasn't the reason, well, he was the reason they gave away an Omi. I don't want to say it was the yeah. That one in review is not going to look good.
It's a tough one, especially when you're feeling yourself starting, you know, because what they want is him to play his own game. But if his own game maybe needs to cost you, yeah, you might want to put the leash back on. Okay.
Right. Does feel like we're going to be having a Vitality versus Cloud9 semi-final, doesn't it? That really just feels like a shift of energy in the room, because that investment from Big was, where the loss bonus was at was because they know they need to take another eco. So these are 2 rounds that are partially invested in. So they're slightly threatening. This time round, it's going to be a whole lot less. Just a few HE grenades here, and looks like one will be tussled towards top mid. I think the movement was fluffed by Tabson trying to get through the window, so his nade was laid. It just looked silly, but he got caught going through the window. Oh, man. Oh, man!
What is that? They have the bomb and some AK-47. Krimbo, call your jets! Call them off! He's lost his head and finds nothing. Can you redeem yourself, young man? Do they know they... I don't think they do. But the fact they haven't planted is a bit of an indicator in itself.
I want to see a redemption arc right here, right now for Hype. That could be the one.
Oh, yeah, but he's just not so uncertain as to where they've gone off to.
Oh. He can't run. He can't. He's going to give it away. He's going to give it away.
They don't know.
Okay. Hyped. Oh, this could be Hype.
Oh, my son. A cursory glance from Magisk. They have no idea. The molly might spur him forward.
He's still just moments too late.
He's going back. So if they pick up the bomb and go B, he's going to be really out of position.
But if they go through mid, he might be in perfect position.
This was an eco, Chad. This was a couple of HEs and USPs. And that is a chance. Gone awry. Magisk holds on to it for vitality.
There was nothing in that round. You bang on $600 worth of investment, so they got an awful lot out of it. And yeah, it was exciting for Patches there. But Godby's had enough of this. This is going to be forcing the third time out of Big right now to have a chit-chat. It felt like, it was like, yeah, this is easy. Tabson's laid out window. He missed the jump. He looking like a bit of a plum. And then, oh, hold up, a 2-on-2. Krimbo as well. Oh. That's the thing. I guess he was fighting thinking the bomb was in the site. Because you're right. Like, he's hanging out. He's taking a lot of jewels right there. I mean, I hadn't processed it fully, but looking at that bomb spot, you can see it wasn't like forced out of anyone's hands. It was dropped, and therefore, you know, your decision-making is completely different if you know you have that bomb. I'm sure Krimbo way too wise to be taking engagements like that if he knew he had that bomb. So that's tough. That'd be big plans any day of the week, but it got close. And now they respond. Tito cut down to 17 HP on the cross. ZywOo already drawing some degree of blood. It's Tabson versus Dupree. Legends of the game. Ding down and done. No response from ZywOo just yet. Tabson may not be expecting this. And ZywOo still evades the flash and finds the frag. That feels unfair. But how does Spinks get in here? He's got to worry about multiple elevations and even the low HP of Keto now tucked on this box. He's going to park the bus. He doesn't have to move just yet. You've got Magisk Palace, Spinks forward in apps, and then you've got this two-man wolf pack of Apex and the Woo. Okay, well, that's a clear. Yeah, been found out on multiple fronts here. What are you going to do now? Yeah, normally when the in-game leader's knifing the air, it says a whole lot more than words ever could. Yeah, shaking his head. He's not making any secret of how he... look at Krimbo's push. Feels about that one. And Krimbo, yeah, this is a very powerful angle. Once you get here... The apartments are occupied. No vacancies. Occupado. Not anymore. Krimbo on the floor. One room available. It's a single bed. Yeah, maybe we can put them in the barn. It's a ground floor room. You have to share the bathroom. It's communal. Ooh, no, thanks. No. Faven and hyped, though. Saving. Well, they're not saving. No. But yes. Apex and ZywOo are. They're in the right place to cover all of their possible gaps. And so, yeah, just the one casualty. Keto's been on this box the whole round. Hey, boys. B's clear. Coast clear. B is clear. Don't worry about it. I got it. It's all good. All right, well, some respite for Big here. You reckon Stererson's watching right now? Yeah. You think he's checking in, tuning in? I'm actually not certain. We saw the man for years, but I haven't got a single idea as to what his kind of lifestyle is. That's true. We don't really know a lot about Mr. Mysterious, do we? Yeah, nothing about him. But, you know... I like his perm, though. Yeah. Man of few words, but many curls. And good shots. And good shots. Because he was just starting to heat up as far as like our attention and land games went. I think he just had enough. He was the movie fragger. Okay, B fake has bought the mid room. Dupree the one to surge into that space.
tactically created, manufactured. Keto on that AUG. Deliberate purchase again. Good for the Palace fight, understandably, but now we're going to be seeing util drop from dupreeh to take on. Clear. Nade back. Just a little bit of damage onto the Dane. Into the window, taps into response. Does have a chance. Oh! Magisk hitting some real scorches now.
And dupreeh's through.
That's awkward for Hype. It's getting awkward for Big all over the place. They need someone to save them. Does take one, but look at Spinks. Catches Krimbo in transition. Maybe there's something from Keto. Forward position, but they know he lives around the A site. They're going to have to go for the hard clear, and Keto can't quite find their head. dupreeh, good for it.
Good form from dupreeh again. Just have to highlight this once more, right? Because people are more than happy to highlight it when he's having a bad game, or here he's having a great series. Instrumental on Nuke to help Vitality get across the line, and here showing up as well. Him and Magisk, 18 and 17 apiece. We've got the contributions of ZywOo. He's got 19 kills, so it's a whole lot more of a team effort here, and that is a massive shot from Magisk. tabseN had a good timing, just couldn't connect the dots right there.
Wow. I mean, this Vitality team, dude, it's getting me a little excited. If you can have, as we've started to see, dupreeh and Magisk back to like their winning ways, everything else falls into place with that Spinks ZywOo. I mean, if they come into Rio or leave Rio in the same way they're situated into the playoffs, #1 and #2 respectively, across the board, you've got a team that can be a contender against all of the greats in attendance.
Well, look, if everybody can share the load, they might not need to empty the backpacks as often. So
Right.
We'll see how this one ramps them up, because some confidence getting it done in a 2-0 fashion. That's great, right? And in a playoff game as well, pressure a little bit higher here. Sure, they've been on elimination street ever since that loss. Oh, this is a curious little boost right here. I don't think it's going to work the way they hope if they team out Palace, however.
And Apex going to try and full commit to this. It looks like he's got himself into the safety of that corner. And jumping into the Zeus! Express delivery! Apex Air catches a nice AK delivery straight to Big Clan. They've got 2 rifles to work with now, and they can situate a boost here. Get it right. Oh,
it is a clumsy boost.
it's a tough one. Yeah, got to find just the edge, and down goes tabseN in the meantime. Giving up on that. Oops. It's all going wrong. What? Hyped with the USP. Double dinks into ZywOo. And oh, the transfer not quite on the money. That would have been a very manageable 1v1, regardless of the absent armor. But it seems like Big are just getting a bit clumsy now. I think, for lack of a better word, you can see them just kind of tripping and stumbling over their shoelaces into some of these.
This one here, without having a huge investment to follow through with, just mean likely to see Krimbo try and get out with this AK, retain something to carry into the next, and he will be able to do exactly that. Just 2 more rounds now for Vitality. Semi-final berth. They're going to earn this one. They've had to do it in quite a difficult fashion, right? You look at a best-of-1 loss on overpass to OG. Then they drop down and they play against MIBR. And they deal with them, right? That's not too many dramas whatsoever. FaZe up next, and you're thinking this can be anybody's game. And Vitality, with Spinks going God mode, are able to send them home. That's the team that picked up the Intel Grand Slam and then follow forward and get revenge on OG to get themselves into this very playoffs. Now up against a Big who's been looking in some of their better form that you could say in some time.
Absolutely. Limited chances now. It has to be perfect from here on out, sure. Still certainly attainable. The Vitality just about getting their fingertips on this 2-0. Ouch! That will leave a mark, and a great response. Hyped on the repeat, loses his head. Oh, and the AWP are dead. dupreeh anticipating a reaggress. Keto gives him the pointy end of his M4, puts the bomb on the floor. ZywOo walking in on this, and that's Keto impact all over the shot, baby. Krimbo will close it out. A double from those 2 players.
Look what Hype was great for the second there, didn't it? Because we had his POV on that rescope. It was in the right place. I don't think he got his finger to the trigger in time. There's some Furia fans getting ready for the second quarterfinal of the day. Remember, coming up next, and I'm sure it'll go up a decibel or two here, will be Furia taking on Heroic. And they've got a score to settle to Furia, who are looking like a whole new team. Getting a lot more impact out of the likes of Drop, Safe as well, showing us exactly what he can do.
I'm very excited to watch that one go down. I'll be joining you guys, grabbing my popcorn, feet up, I was going to say on the couch. And here comes one from Hyped. He's going to be tested. Smokes are there and lots of mid-presence. You've got to put your head in the vice of the woo! And just like that, it falls apart. Oh, it's such a luxury, isn't it? You just send him up mid. And already the round is over. Just like that. So, going out in a bit of a whimper for Big Clan.
Yeah, it feels like resistance is futile, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can have a round, sure, but we'll win the next, and then we'll send you packing because your cash is in the bin. ZywOo contribute to the final two, a flash assist and a frag. It is good. It is real good right now. It's big. Yeah, you can see it. It's all over. They've got nothing to spend. They've got to use their last time out here to have a conversation, but I think we all know which direction this one is headed. And I look, the re-pick, right? Like, you can understand why. They're wanting to make sure that they're not playing scared and they want to take the fights. But ZywOo with a double R, right? The trade potential not even available, not even close. And look at the smiles on the faces of Vitality. This one must feel good.
Setting their sights on the semi. Can almost taste it now. Single round required and 3 opportunities. This is the best of the bunch, though. It's only going to get a little more difficult from here on out. So Vitality have got their opportunity. Look at the buy. I mean, sure, to be fair, Chad, you've been talking all about it. Most of Big Clan's surprise round wins were through those lighter buys. And Tam, so look at this, undeterred. He goes for aggression, and they've been spotted. That sucks for Krimbo. And down he goes! No way! Out! Krimbo gone. Immediately cut down to size. This aggressive maneuver's got them nowhere. Tabson won, but look how quickly this one falls apart. You can see the corpses are even trying to ascend, get out of there.
And for Faven, this is hopeless. This is a feeling that nobody wants. You're left in a 1-on-4 situation. You have to give it your best crack, but how in hell are you meant to win this one?
You're not, Chad. You're not. And Vitality securing it in 2, just like that. Big Clan not going to be happy with that one, considering the form they found and stepping onto the stage. The individuals seemed awake and aware. But Vitality
motivations here, these two teams with the same goal, looking for a W here at IEM Rio in 2020.